Trifecta! Okay, we have a 3-minute, 30-second warm-up. Grab one heavy weight. We're going to do body weight core. But just to warm up, we're going to do some mobility and stretching to get ready for our strength portion. Okay, ear to shoulder. We're going to just start with some nice neck rolls from side to side. Breathing deep, feeling a stretch, an elongation of your muscles. Let's do one more each way. And then we're going to do a nice big inhale into a mountain pose. So inhale, deep breath in, mountain pose. We're going to goal post our arms, send our sternum to the ceiling, baby back bend. Up to the mountain again. We're going to do a deep inhale again, breathe in deep. Send that chest forward, baby back bend. And up again, one more time, inhale deep. And send that chest forward, baby back bend. And back up again. Next we're gonna go in wider squat. We're gonna use our breath still. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. Moving through this sumo squat, warming up our leg muscles, connecting our breath to our movements. We're gonna do one more. Keeping that circular arm motion, we're gonna bend and hinge forward into a chest fly. We're gonna open up those pec muscles, engage our back. Letting those arms and shoulders feel like they're opening up. We'll do one more. Okay, standing back up straight, we're gonna come into a forward kick. Next, we're gonna do leg swings after we get about 3 more kicks in. 3, 2, 1. Pick a leg. We're gonna swing that back and forth, opening up our hips. Okay, now this is a balance exercise. Go side to side. Woo! Use that big toe to stabilize you. Okay, last one. Switch sides. Forward swings. And now we go side to side. Opening up that hip joint. Last one. Okay, let's do some hip circles. Moving in all directions. And other way. Kind of like you're hula hooping. Okay, now we're gonna bring our feet together. You're gonna take on your knees. Knee swivels. Again, switch directions as you go through this movement. Both ways. Okay, last one. Coming back up to stand. Last little thing we're gonna do. We're gonna go through lateral movements. Lateral lunge, feel that opening in your inner thigh. Let's do about one more each side. Okay, take any last movements that feel good for your body before we grab this heavy weight. First exercise is going to be a goblet squat. So this big weight comes towards your chest, feet are shoulder width distance apart, squatting down and back up. 1 minute on, join me here. Trying to keep a tall chest as we go through these. Still keeping breathing. Knees are tracking over your second and third toe. Use your glutes, use your quads to stand back up. Each of these strength exercises is going to be a minute long. So we're going for endurance here. Over halfway done. Keep it moving. Really feeling your legs moving here. 10 more seconds. Yes, you can. Only 3, 2, last rep. 1. Okay, flip that weight down. Next, opposite movement. We're gonna go into a hinge, letting that weight drop in front of you. 1 minute on. Sending those hips backwards. Feeling your hamstrings lengthen at the bottom. Glutes open up as well. Feet are right underneath your hips. Core is pulled in. Halfway done. Slow and controlled. Controlling that weight as it comes down to the ground. 10 more seconds. We got 3, 2, 1. Okay, flipping your weight sideways, grabbing both ends like so. We're gonna do a narrow bicep curl as you hold both ends of the dumbbell. Okay, 1 minute, let's go. Again, lengthening on the downward motion of the curl, controlling that against gravity. You are the one that controls it. The weight does not control you. "30 seconds. Check in with your knees. Make sure you're not locked out. Challenge for your grip strength too here. A little bit awkward, but good to challenge yourself in new ways. Less than 10. We got 3, 2, and 1. Okay, weight's gonna come overhead, so maneuver so that your bottoms of your palms are steady on the weight. Press overhead. We're gonna hold it overhead as we march. Join me here. 1 minute. Pulling your belly button towards your spine. Thinking about your core activating so your leg floats up to meet your belly button. Shoulders are back and down, resting in your sockets. Try not to creep up into your ears. Halfway, keep marching. If your shoulders are feeling unstable, bring that weight down to your chest. Otherwise, keep moving. We got 10 more seconds. Pull that core in. We got 3, 2, 1. Very carefully, good job. Bring that weight back down to center. We're gonna just have it in one hand. We're gonna be doing reverse lunges with that opposite hand in front as the one that's stepping back. Join me here, 1 minute on. We'll switch halfway through. Shoulders stacked over your hips. 90 degrees in each of your legs. Pressing through your glute and your quad and your front leg. Switching here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides and get right back into it. Good job. Press through that front leg. Strong to push up to stand. We're headed down to the ground for the next exercise. We got less than 10. Keep moving. We got 3, 2, 1. Okay, headed down to the floor. Hip bridge. Get that hip onto your hips. Bridging up and down. We got 1 minute here. Let's go. So press through those heels. Bridging up. Weight rests on your hips. "30-second break coming up. Keep moving. Weights in your heels so you can feel it in your glutes. Belly button pulled towards your spine. Protect that low back. We're done with weights after this exercise. Ten more seconds. Yes, you can. We got 3, 2, get one more in, and set that weight off to the side. Okay, 30-second break here. You're welcome to stay on the floor, because we're gonna stay there for core. Grab some water, take a little breather. We're not using weights anymore. Our first exercise is gonna be a side plank. We're gonna be holding each for 30 seconds. So we got less than 10 seconds to get into that position here. We're gonna start here in 3, 2, 1. Plank up. Really thinking about the bottom side of your body, being active, pulling away from the floor. If this feels uncomfortable, option to come down to your knee or come up to your hand. Less than 10, keep pushing before we switch here in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll and switch, tall through that shoulder, active through your lower side body. Keep holding isometric contraction. We got 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Coming through the center. Let's come down to our stomach. Next exercise is going to be a Superman. So, lifting your arms and your legs up at the same time. 1 minute. Let's go. I don't want your core to be passive here and just sink into the floor. You're actively pulling it up and off the floor. Slow and controlled. Neutral neck by looking at the floor. Ribs are knitted together in the front. Over halfway done, keep moving. Feeling active in the back side of your body, your posterior chain. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, roll onto your side once again. We're doing Kathy's favorite, bananas. Yes. We have new people. They get to experience it. Lifting your bottom legs, bottom arm off the floor. So like a Superman, but you're on your side. Thinking about your top rib and your bottom hip coming to meet each other as you press up. You can isolate your arm, isolate your legs if that's feeling difficult. Switching here in 3, 2, 1. Roll over other side. Using your arm in front of you to help push up. Another oblique exercise. You got this. Bananas, everyone's favorite, I know. Okay, we got 3, 2, get one more rep in. Awesome. Before we go on to our back, we are going to do frog sit-ups. So butterfly or frog pose with your feet. We're going to sit all the way up and back down. Let's go. Using your muscles as your power, not momentum, to bring you all the way up to seat. We got 2 more core exercises after this. Keep it moving. Halfway done. Chest as tall as you sit up. Pull that belly button in. 10 more seconds. We got 3, 2, 1. Okay, beautiful. I want you to kind of roll up a little bit so you're on your sit bones. We're gonna come into a boat pose. We're gonna come out, crunch, and then we're gonna pulse for 4. So join me here. Out, in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out, in, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Pulling that belly button to your spine. Out and in. Bouncing on those sit bones. Halfway done. Keep breathing. Yes, you can. Keep pushing. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. 10 more seconds. Just keep moving, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you pulse for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go supine on your back. Next and final thing we're gonna do, bicycle twists. Get that armpit towards your knee. 3, 2, 1. Last minute of core. Trying to find the longest twist that you can. Low back is flush with the floor. Total core work today. We've got crunching, we got lengthening, rotational, side work, everything. So you feel like you've gotten a total core workout in these 7 minutes here. Yes, you can. Keep pushing. 20 seconds. Press that low back into the floor. Less than 10. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Long body stretch. Arms go out above your head. Feet out long. Deep breath in and out. You made it through strength. You made it through core. Next, we got mobility. We are gonna flip over onto our stomachs. We are gonna go into a cobra pose here. So reversing that core work we just did. So you can be on your forearms like so, or you can push up into an upward facing dog. Just letting yourself kind of sink in here. Extending your chest forward. Kind of reversing some of the tendencies we have in everyday life. Okay, let's press back into a child's pose. Send our hips back. You can experiment with stretching from side to side. Finding some movements that feel good in your body. We're gonna move through tabletop. In 3, 2, 1. Find center child's pose and rock your hips up so that you're in tabletop position here. We're gonna do a thoracic thread the needle. So, hand is gonna become behind your head, elbows bent. We're gonna twist open, thread it through to the other side. We're gonna make this dynamic. So we're gonna flow through this motion on this side for about 15 more seconds. Take it at your own pace. Really getting a twist into your spine, feeling opening at the top. Come back to neutral, switch out your hands, other side. Focusing on your standing arm. Try not to lock out that elbow. Make sure your eyes are kind of following as you twist. You get some of that upper cervical rotation as well. Okay, let's do one more here before we come back to a neutral tabletop. Let's flip our toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. We're gonna pedal out our feet here, feeling a nice opening in the backside of our legs. You can rock side to side. Before bringing our knee in between our hands for a nice pigeon pose. This should be a lovely glute release. Option to come down onto your elbows. Sending your breath to your hip. Feeling a nice opening here. One more deep breath in and out. Flipping your toes on your extended leg, bringing your feet back together into downward facing dog. We're gonna switch out legs, pigeon pose on the other side. Option to come down to those forearms. Again, feel that nice stretch into your hip. Keep breathing, deep breaths in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Okay, coming back up to downward facing dog. We are gonna walk our hands all the way towards our feet. Do a nice roll up to stand. We're gonna do a couple inchworms here. Let's do about 3. Coming down to a plank, back up to an inchworm. This is some mobility work, just making sure we're kind of moving in all directions, using our hands to support our body weight. Rolling your shoulder blades at the top. Okay, let's do one more before we come down to a high plank. So let's flip our toes into a runner's lunge here, and then twist up towards the sky. This is the world's greatest stretch. Okay, let's drop that back knee. We are gonna focus on our hip flexor stretch here. So thinking about tucking your hips under. Tuck your tailbone, and then really send your stretch here to the front side of your leg. Deep breath in and out. If you're feeling fancy, you can grab that back toe. One more deep breath in and out. Okay, let that go. Coming back down to your world's greatest stretch or your runner's lunge. Let's do a final twist. Before we come back into a high plank pose, switch it out. We are gonna go into our runner's lunge or your world's greatest stretch on your opposite foot. Nice big twist. Deep breath in and out. Drop that back knee. Coming up, shoulders stacked over hips, tucking your tailbone under. Really feeling a nice stretch in the hip flexor all the way down through your quad. Again, option to grab that back foot. Deep breath in. Send your breath to that hip flexor and out. Okay, release, plant your hands. Active through that back foot as we twist for a runner's lunge again. And send that foot back, high plank pose. And then coming down, finishing here in a child's pose. Deep breath in and out. Okay, coming back up to tabletop, we're gonna take some final movements. Whatever feels good for you. Rock out your hips. Maybe you go from side to side. Maybe you come back, do a chest opener. Truly whatever feels best for your body. You got about 15 seconds left of class. Take some breaths for you and for yourself. Okay, just some final rolls, final shakes. And that was our lovely trifecta. Thanks so much for coming. A little bit of everything today. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day and get outside. And our exercise ring is closed. Woo! That's what we want to hear. Thank you, thank you.